Hi, I'm Lizzie Jack.
And I'm Caitlin Laughlin.
And this is Keeping Up with the Clockers.
For the last couple of episodes, we have visited some nonprofits to see all of the good work they are doing for our community.
This is an especially important thing to do around the holidays. The program we visited this month was the Bay Path Humane Society, which was created in 1977 when the town of Hopkinton needed to address their stray dog problem. Apparently, 50 stray dogs were taken every year out of the town and sold to labs for experiments.
Now they save all of these animals, which is awesome. We were able to head over to their location in Hopkinton and see the great work they do. Let's check it out.
Hi, we're here at the Bay Path Humane Society with the Executive Director, Liz Jeffress. So, Ms. Jeffress, tell us about your organization.
So Bay Path Humane Society was started about 40 years ago in the town of Hopkinton. Some local volunteers got together to build a shelter to take care of animals that were in the town. And for the past 40 years, we've been taking in animals in town and in surrounding towns and even out of state, and finding homes for them, taking care of them, getting the medical that they need, and like I said, placing them in loving homes.
And how do some of the animals get to you?
Many different ways. We take a lot of local surrenders, like if people move or they lose their home or something like that. Sometimes they give them up for behavioral reasons, and then we have to work on different things, jumping and mouthiness, stuff like that. Also local animal control dogs, like if people find dogs on the side of the road and stuff like that in the various towns, then the animal control officers in those towns will reach out to us and we'll take them. And another thing we do is we take dogs from out of state, predominantly in the South. They have some population control issues down there pertaining to spay and neuter, so we'll take dogs from down there as well. The cats, most of the cats are local, a lot of strays and owner surrenders.
How long do you keep the animals?
We do not put a time limit on them, on the animals' stay. They can stay until they're adopted. We have over 90 foster homes, so sometimes if an animal's been here for a long time, it might be because they have a behavior issue, so we'll try to get them into a home and start working on it. But I'm very happy to say, our average length of stay, is less than 20 days for a dog and right around 30 days for a cat. And that's including like your longer stay. It's an average, but we've consistently brought it down through different types of like enrichment and training on site and really working on the quality of the animals' stay while they're here and how that translates into more adoptable animals. So we feel pretty good that we don't have dogs. We don't have dogs here for months, or definitely not years, and not for months. So they all get placed eventually.
And how do you take care of all the animals?
Well, we have 7 staff members and about 150 volunteers, so we rely heavily on our volunteers. Everything from driving to the vet, to walking dogs, to socializing cats, laundry, dishes, everything. So our volunteers are a huge, huge part of the organization. And like I said, the fosters are big too, because they allow us to do more than what we could do in this little building.
What type of needs does Bay Path have, and how can people help?
Oh, great question. So, like I said, for the volunteers, we always need volunteers. We have a lot. We're fortunate, but people get jobs and go off to school and stuff like that. So we always need more volunteers. Another thing is we have a wish list on our website, stuff that dog treats, dog food, cat treats, and stuff like that. But also like bedding, blankets. People will just, getting rid of old sheets. Like, we'll take them. We need them. Sheets, blankets, towels, stuff like that. And they can adopt. We always need adopters.
What is your website?
Our website is www.baypathhumane.org. And we keep we always keep all the animals up to date, like within like minutes of their availability and adoption. So we have a lot of people that will watch the website over and over again. And the second you put up a new dog or something, they call like, oh, who's that? So yeah, so that's our website, and we also have a Facebook and all that stuff.
Do you have any fundraisers coming up?
We do. We have something called the Fur Ball. This year it's April 2nd. It's at the Sheridan in Framingham, and it's a lot of fun. We have a DJ and a lot of silent auction stuff, and we had about almost 400 people last year, and it's a great time. And we were actually one of the things that we raised money for. Or the thing we raised money for was this little building that we're standing in. This is called our Real Life Room. It was partially grant funded and partially funded by the fundraiser. And, you know, our building is 40 years old, and it is tiny. And especially in this colder weather, we'd never had a place where an adopter could sit with an animal inside. They'd have to go sit outside in the dark. And so that was how we got this grant. We just wanted a room that could, you know, just be like a normal, quiet, calm place. Adopters could come, volunteers could come with a stressed out dog, stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun, and it benefits the shelter. And this was what last year did. So we're looking forward to another great year, hoping to get, about 400 people. And so we'll have that stuff on our website and maybe next month or so with the details about that. But it's a lot of fun.
Do you have any certain things that you're looking for, like for this fundraiser to raise money for?
In terms of auction items, you mean, or?
Yeah, like last year.
What would the funds go towards? We're probably thinking extraordinary medical, like our medical fund for a lot of these animals. You know, I mean, we do so many adoptions, and we always talk about adoption numbers, but you know, these animals come to us and they need a lot, a lot of medical stuff, dentals, surgeries for like torn cruciate, hips, stuff like that. Ear infections, skin allergies, they need x-rays. I mean, the medical bills are pretty considerable. So we were thinking that, we dedicate this event to basically the extraordinary medical to take care of these animals and get them into shape so they can go home.
Can you tell us about one of the animals you have here?
Yeah, so we have actually a really nice dog who likes to hang out here all day. Her name is Kaylee, and she's a hound mix. She's maybe about two or three or so. She's a great dog. We've been working with her with clicker training. Do you guys know what that is? That's what you use a clicker to just mark behavior. So when she sits, we reward the behavior and stuff like that. So she can do all sorts of stuff: sit, lie down, paw. Super playful, great, loves to play with toys. Loves to walk. Yeah, she's just a great dog. So we'd love to find her a home. I think she's out on a walk right now. So really nice dog. She's on our website. Her name's Kaylee, and she's, not a puppy, so kind of a nice dog to like sit and hang out with rather than run around like a maniac with. She's pretty chill. Do
you have any other animals here that you would like to talk about?
Yeah, definitely. We have a cute little pair of Chihuahuas named Spaghetti and Meatballs. They are in the lobby, and they were found that came from Brockton Animal Control, a local animal control, and they were found together, and they're really bonded. They like to jam into a tiny little dog bed together, cat bed. It's actually cat bed. So we're looking to get them a home together, which would be really nice. So they're really sweet. They're very affectionate. They love to crawl on your lap. They love to play with toys, and they're just sweet. Yeah. And then in the cat department, we have a great little cat named Frosty the Snowman, white. He's all white. He's only a couple months old, and he's just a trip. Like, he plays with everything in the room. He's always climbing on stuff and playing with things and making toys out of things that aren't toys. So he's a good one.
Do you have any success stories?
Yeah, we do. We have tons of them. A couple of the more recent ones are two cats that were here, and they were here for a little bit, a couple weeks. India and Ivy, and was kind of a cool thing because they kind of seemed to like not enjoy the other cats, and they were just thinking maybe they should be only cats. But this wonderful woman came in, and she really took to both of them, and we thought, we'll give it a try. So she did kind of a foster to adopt thing because they had been waiting a long time, so we figured it's worth a shot, right? So she just came in yesterday and finalized the adoption and sent great pictures of them, and they're doing well. I mean, they're not best friends, but they're eating together and stuff like that. And I think it'll be fun to see over time that they in fact get along. But it was a really nice opportunity. One of those where you're like, this could go either way, and it really went well. And they were just local. One was a local stray, one was local surrender. And in the dog department, we had a beautiful, awesome pit bull mix named Sky, who was a local dog. She'd been kind of passed around a couple times, and when she came here, she was great, super affectionate dog, but she would be like really jumpy and mouthy on leash, and she was young and strong, and it was like a lot. So we started working on her with training and clicker training and getting her to sit and focus and redirect and stuff like that. And she also got a wonderful home and just came by to visit the other day with her new pink harness on. So it was good, because again, in a stressful shelter environment, if you get jumpy and mouthy and stuff, it's really hard because this is a very stressful place. So it's, you really have to work on training, or else that can get really, she can get really ramped up, and then it's hard to adopt because, people don't want their dog, jumping on them down the street. So it worked out well.
Thank you, Ms. Jeffries, for your time and for telling us all about your organization. Now, back to the studio.
I'm so glad we got to visit them because they are a great local program. Thank you to the Humane Society for all you do.
And that's it for this edition of Keeping Up with the Clockers. I'm Lizzie Jack.
And I'm Caitlin Laughlin.
See you next time.